Hello, Coach Doug here. Wow, what a spectacular spring day. Beautiful. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to talk about a word today that no one likes to hear, but we all have to deal with it. Failure. Failure is considered to be the loss of all hope for many people. What we don't realize about failure, that when we're in the midst of it, it's one of the greatest learning opportunities. If you could face failure without fear, what would you attempt to achieve? The idea of learning from our mistakes isn't a new one, especially in the business world. But even the idea of failure still causes anxiety and just trepidation in many of us. Even though we know that failure is an inevitable and useful part of life, we still don't feel prepared to face it. So, how do we not only fail forward and use our mistakes to our advantage? How do we do that? But also feel confident in facing failure in the first place? Well, here's some personal growth steps to failing forward. Number one, redefine it. Change your perception of failure. I know this one will be hard for the perfectionists out there. Just stop avoiding it. In John Maxwell's book, Failing Forward, Turning Mistakes into Stepping Stones for Success, he discusses this concept of failing forward and explains that the difference between average people and high achievers is their perception of and response to failure. As failure becomes a natural part of your life, you will see it as one of your first steps of success. Embrace it, number two. Sometimes when we fail, it's easy to pretend it didn't happen or to try to downplay it. But now you're just causing more fear for yourself and everyone else on your team. So, for the sake of your own personal growth and being a better team leader, you have to be mindful of two things. Have a growth mindset and create a space to experiment and fail. If we look at failure as part of the process, we can turn even the biggest missteps into learning opportunities. Number three, prepare and plan. Prepare to learn from everything. Reflect and process what went wrong. Do research. Talk to trusted, wise, and smart people. Don't process the failure alone. A Japanese proverb that perfectly captures everything that I talked about today is fail 7 times and stand up 8. Every time we face failure, it causes us to doubt and brings up our insecurities. It also keeps us from trying out something new the next time. Thomas Edison said, many of life's failures were people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Failure is nothing but the first step towards success. If you or anyone on your team is struggling in this area or any area, let's connect, whether it be a complimentary coaching session or a coffee chat. Contact me at DougSavage@actioncoach.com. Take care.